Hi, my name is Paul. Today I'd like to talk about the paranormal, spirits, entities, ghosts, whatever you choose to call them. Are you a believer in the paranormal? Are you a non-believer? I find that for the skeptic, no amount of evidence is enough. But for the believer, the smallest amount of evidence is enough. Do you have experiences that you could share with me? Feel free to leave your comments and share your stories. I look forward to reading them. I have come to believe that my home, which I've lived in for 12 years, is haunted. I have had some very strange activity here. Strange noises, banging, clicks, banging in the loft. My laptop switched on by itself before it even loaded Windows. It's powered down and switched off. Now, I built my desktop computer from scratch, and I rebuilt my laptop computer with an SSD drive, solid state drive. So I am a very experienced user and builder, and I know that computers do not switch on and switch off by themselves. Anyway, basically I'm making this video, and I hope that anybody like me who believes their place to be haunted, but unlike me has little experience in the paranormal and are frightened or scared. And should you be scared? No. What you need to remember is that ghosts, spirits, they were people just like you and I. So as long as you respect them, generally they will respect you. Later I will make a second video showing anyone who wishes to know what equipment you can use to further your investigations. I will show you what equipment and how to use it. Now, generally there are two types of ghosts. There are ghosts that are grounded, which means they're in the environment all the time. They never leave the environment, they're there all the time. And there's various reasons for being grounded. One reason might be that they cannot, for some reason, go into the light, or another reason might be that they've done evil, they've murdered or done something terrible, and they fear retribution. So they avoid going into the light and they stay in the atmosphere. So, other experiences that I've had here is being touched. I've been sat watching telly, being touched, stroked on the back of my hair, at the back of my ear. Also been stroked on my leg, my lower leg, calf, on the side of my leg. And to my amazement, my young son Ryan, he's 10, I never told him my experiences here because I did not want to scare him. He don't live with me, he lives with his mum, but he comes here every Tuesday for tea. And last Tuesday he came here, had tea with me. After tea he was playing my Xbox 360. I was washing the dishes, and he shouted through to me, "Dad!" And I answered him and said, "Yes." He said, "Something just touched me." And I froze. I froze while I was doing the dishes. I just could not believe what I was hearing. And even though I heard clearly what he said, I said, "Can you say that again?" He said, "Oh, something just touched me." So I called him through to the kitchen where I could talk to him properly. And I said, "What do you mean, you've been touched?" And he said it again, and I said, "Well, what touched you?" He said, "I don't know." So I said, "Where was you touched?" And he pointed to the same leg and to exactly the same spot where I had been touched only a day or two before. Now, that kind of blew me away. It really surprised me, because of all the places he could have said, it was in exactly the same place. I'm not scared because I've lived here for 12 years. I've never had any bad activity, no furniture being moved, nothing being thrown. I've heard noises that cannot be explained, and like I said, my laptop powered on and powered off by itself. So I know there's something here. And although I'm not psychic, I am what you call a sensitive, meaning I can walk into a place and instantly I can tell whether there's a good vibe about the place or whether there's something negative. And I know whatever is here is not negative, because years ago I lived in a place where, whoa, there was always a negative, dreadful feeling. You could have won, you could have won the lottery and had good reason to celebrate, and you just could not take away that dreadful, horrible, negative feeling that was always present. Even if you painted the place up bright colours, made it look nice, still nothing would take away that awful negative feeling. But I do not feel that here. I've kind of said to the spirit, if you respect my space, I respect yours, and if you do respect them, they generally respect you, like I said. So it's a good way to go. What you do not want to do is use the Ouija board, because the Ouija board will sometimes not only allow you to talk to spirits that are in your home, but it can open doorways to the lower regions, and you can let negative, demonic spirits in your home. And believe me, you do not want that. That is one thing you do not want. So also, I believe that one night I had a visitation. Me and my other half, the missus, we do not live together, but she was here one particular evening. We were sat together, we heard a noise, and I went and got my EMF meter. EMF stands for electronic magnetic field. That's another piece of equipment I will show you in my next video, and how to use it. And what is widely believed is that when ghosts try to manifest, they manipulate the energy from the air, from batteries. They can even take the energy from people, and they use that to manifest. And what an EMF meter does, it picks up abnormal EMF levels. And I switched my EMF meter on, it was going crazy. The red light was flashing, the siren was going really loud, and the needle indicating strong EMF was maxed, and it was continuously going off. And we could feel a breeze in the area, a really cool chill, and all the hair on the back of my neck and my back all stirred up. And I reckon that the spirit had come into my aura, stepped close to me into my aura, because I was bent over like an hunchback. I could not stand up properly, even if I wanted to. I was like frozen with static electricity. It was crazy. But again, I did not feel frightened. Now, the young lady's voice I caught back in, well, last August. Right, so my ex-partner, she died in November. She had an epileptic fit, sadly, in her sleep, bit her tongue off and choked on it. So I know that young woman's voice is not her, because like I said, I caught the spirit voice in August and she was still alive then. But the apparition that tried to appear, that I experienced in my home, was about the time that she passed, and she lived not too far away from me, just around the corner. And we were big fans of the paranormal, you know, Most Haunted, the English version. You got the American, the ghost hunting programs, equivalent to Most Haunted, called Ghost Hunters, Ghost Labs, Ghost Adventures. Search for them on YouTube, they are fascinating. I find that the English version, Most Haunted, is ruined by mainly calf screaming, ruining it, and they do not do enough EVP work. Whereas the American versions, they are much more professional, they use better equipment, and even the young ladies, they do not scream, and they act in a more professional manner. It's much more enjoyable. So search for them and watch them. They're very, very, very good. So basically, I've come to the end now of the video, and like I said, I'm going to make a video of all done and how to use it. So feel free to check it out and leave your comments, but leave your comments in a mature, responsible manner, because at the end of the day, just because there's people that do not believe does not mean to say it doesn't exist. And maybe you were a disbeliever, but because of your experiences you are now a believer. Please share them with me. I used to be what you call sat on the fence. I wanted to believe but wasn't sure. We humans are very skeptic, but because of my own personal experiences, I definitely believe. I believe that death is not the end, it's just the next level of our existence. Anyway, signing off. This is my first video for YouTube. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can get something out of this video. Take care.